Christmas is about the beauty that warms the heart and celebrating the joy of the season. Today, I'll show you how to make elegant, rustic, and whimsical Christmas decor using simple Dollar Tree finds, all on a budget you will love. Let's bring light, creativity, and a little holiday magic into your home.
Hi, I'm Loli, and I'm so glad you are here.
All right, my friends, this is going to be a quick and easy one. I'm going to take this charger plate from Dollar Tree and this wood round from Temu. Look how beautiful that is. I absolutely love it. I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue to the center of my charger plate and position the nativity image right there, making sure that it's nicely centered. Next, I will be taking a piece of ribbon and glue it to the back of the charger plate. To do that, I'm going to first do a knot on each end and added a bit of hot glue right here on the side. Before I did this, I made sure that my image was straight and that the hanger will be positioned directly on top of the top portion of my image, so nothing will be lopsided. Then I took my silicone tool from Dollar Tree, it's actually in the makeup section at Dollar Tree, to be able to push that ribbon into the hot glue. And I repeated the same exact thing on the other side, making sure that both sides are even, so that way my picture will not be lopsided. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to hit that like button and let me know in the comment section where you're watching from. I love to know how far my videos are reaching, and share because sharing is caring and it helps my channel grow. Thank you so much. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. But I'm not done yet. We are going to reinforce this with a little bit of masking tape. I just took pieces of masking tape that I found at Dollar Tree, added some hot glue on top of the ribbon and on the sides as well, and adding the masking tape over it. This is just so it will stay put, because the hot glue does not stick well to plastic or any kind of smooth surface really. So this is why we're doing this step, just to give it a bit more security. And with this DIY is complete. Did you miss it? Look how quick that was. Let me know in the comments section, what do you think about this one? Will you leave it as it is, or will you add something more? Friend, today's video is part of the First of the Month collaboration that is hosted on the first of each month by Rustic and Lace DIY, and this month she has Jetta from Craft Away with Jay as her guest host. The links to their channels and to their playlists will be linked in the description box below and also pinned in the comments. Make sure to head on over to their channels, their playlists, and show everyone some love. For this project, for this one, I'm using a reindeer cutout from Dollar Tree and a wood round, and I painted in both white with Rust-Oleum and white chalk paint. Next, I took one of these napkins that I found at TJ Maxx, and I'm going to open it completely. I love the fact that this napkin has a print on all sides. We are going to first start by taking a piece of parchment paper and then just ironing out all those lines that it had from being so folded. Once I was done doing that, I'm going to remove one of the plies. It actually has two plies. I did not realize it right away. So I'm going to go ahead and now take some Mod Podge and completely cover the front section of my wood round, making sure to pay close attention to my edges and every little square inch of this, because we want to make sure that our napkin adheres correctly to the entire wood round. And I put it aside to dry. In the meantime, we're going to work on our deer head. Next, I took some chestnut from Apple Barrel, and I'm going to paint both antlers with that color. I ended up doing a total of 2 coats on each antler, and I'm going to let it completely dry. Next, I'm going to take the napkin and remove that second ply. Now the Mod Podge is already dry, so it's time to adhere our napkin to the wood round using the iron-on method. I'm going to lay my napkin exactly how I want it to fall on my wood round, add a piece of parchment paper over it, and with my heat pressed in high, I'm going to go ahead and smooth this onto the surface. What happens is the heat reactivates that Mod Podge and makes the napkin adhere to the wood round, nice and smooth, no wrinkles. This is my favorite way of Mod Podging, or decoupaging, I should say. So if you have not tried it yet, go ahead and do it, and I can guarantee you, you will love it. Look how gorgeous and smooth that is. Now we're going to take my zip sander. You can use an emery board, or you can use a sanding block and just sand off in a downward motion all of the edges to remove the excess napkin from the edges. And look how clean those edges are. Next, we are going to protect the surface with some Mod Podge. I will be using some Mod Podge Multi from Plaid. And I'm adding it in small sections using my pen brush. I'm trying to not saturate the napkin because I don't want to create any bubbles. So I'm going in small sections, adding a thin layer of Mod Podge until I completely cover the entire wood round. And I ended up waiting until the first layer dried, and then I applied a second layer. I put it to the side to dry, and now we're going to work on our deer head. I'm going to take this folk art paint and paint that face portion. Then I'm going to take some burnt amber, and I'm adding a little bit there to my table. I'm going to dry brush this onto the antlers. I'm going to be adding it in small increments onto this. I was not sure exactly how dark I wanted my antlers to be, but I did know that I wanted the variation in 2 different colors to go through, so it would look like it has a little bit more dimension. And I just kept building and building with that burnt amber until I got to my desired amount, and here it is. Next, I took this permanent jot marker from Dollar Tree, and I'm passing it on all of the edges of the entire wood cutout. I did not like how the white just showed like that, and there was some areas in where you can see the other paints. I wanted this to be finished well and something that I will be proud to put in my website to sell. So I did that on the entire cutout. Then I took the same burnt amber, and I'm going to paint the nose of my reindeer with it. I did a total of 2 coats with this paint. Now it's time to give him some eyes. For that, I'm going to use this paint marker that I got from Dollar Tree some years back. I have not seen it in a long time, but if you're interested in getting something like this, Walmart is carrying them in the Apple Barrel line. So I'm going to do 2 little egg shapes as you see there. I started small because you can always go bigger, and that's what I did here. I started building on it and expanding it as I was going, because you can always go bigger, but you can go smaller. So I did the oval as you see there, filled it in. And as you see, the other one was a little bit bigger, so I'm expanding this one as well. And I'm looking at the one on the right to try to make it as equal as the one on the left. So I'm just expanding it on sides that I need to, and then filled in the middle completely. Then I decided, you know what, let's make it a little bit bigger here and I did not like the shape of the other one, so here I'm trying to make it a little bit more even. Me and my symmetry. I don't know. Are you like this? Do you are so anal retentive about details? I drive myself crazy. Anyway, then I took the white version of the same pen and I'm just adding highlights to the eyes, just a dot here and a little line here on the sides, just to give it a little beautiful shine to the eyes. Then I'm going to take this reindeer nose from Dollar Tree that lights up. I thought this would be the perfect add-on for this. I'm going to just cut off that elastic that it comes with. And I was thinking I would paint it, of gluing it on with some E6000, but the battery portion is on that bottom section. So we're gonna have to add some hot glue. But first, I'm going to take some UHU glue and some hot glue and attach my reindeer head to my wood round that I had decoupaged. The UHU is for that permanent hold and the hot glue is for that immediate hold. Do your permanent first and your hot glue last, so you have less time for that hot glue to dry before you can reposition it. I position it as you see right there using the antlers to cover up the holes from the wood round. And then I'm reinforcing the antler section here with a little bit more hot glue and pressing it in place until that dried. Now we are going to attach our beautiful nose. And to do that, I'm just using some hot glue. As I said before, we cannot make it permanent because if we need to change our battery, then we're in trouble. So we're going to add it right there onto the nose. Look how cute. Oh my goodness. I thought this needed a little bit of dimension. So I took some of my Waverly Antique wax and I'm going to start distressing the ends. I started light because again, you can always add more, but you can't take off. And I kept going at it until it had the perfect shade and my heart and my eyes and everything was happy. And what I had left over in the brush, I just distressed the inside, but it was very light just to make everything nice and cohesive. And I added eyebrows and some eyelashes. Sorry, I lost the footage for that. All right, now we are going to add the inside of the ear here, like the flesh portion. I went with the light pink ballet slipper from Waverly. I thought this was like the closest shade that will tie together the paper that I decoupage on the wood round and also bring a little bit of light to the reindeer hair. So I'm just trying to follow the contour of the ear to just paint in the inside of the ear. To have this paint glide and cover the way that I wanted, like a blush finish, I just dip my brush in some water and I mix it with the paint there to create that shade. And I did the same thing with the other side. With the leftover paint, I'm going to just go ahead and add some blush to the cheeks on each side of the reindeer. And look how cute that's looking. But I'm not done yet. I'm going to add some of this greenery. I got this last year from Walmart. And I'm so glad I did. I looked for it this year and I could not find it. I should have gotten more. But well, what are we going to do? I took two pieces and I'm going to glue them right here onto the antlers. I used the edge of the antlers as a guide of exactly where I should position each piece so it will be symmetrical. Then I took this ribbon from Dollar Tree. I created a bow with it and added that bow in between the two pieces of greenery to bridge that gap right there at the center. Then I took another piece from the same ribbon and I threaded it through the holes of the antlers. First, I folded the piece of ribbon like you see there, added a little bit of hot glue onto the end so it will stay in place. And that way I was able to feed the edge of the ribbon right in through that hole. Then I created a knot on each end. And what I did to this side, I did to the other one. And we ended up with this beautiful hanger. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this project? I am so in love with this one. What do you think? My friend, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And if you enjoyed today's content, here is some more videos you are sure to enjoy. Thank you again so much for watching. You're amazing. Bye.